Santa baby, and hurry down the chimney tonight.
Get in this car or I'll blow whatever little brains you have out.
She's kidnapping me! Honest!
Marcus, darling.
Hey!
I don't have any panties on.
I find it very exciting as well.
I'm looking forward to a long, strong, productive relationship.
Beet juice?
Oh, no, thank you.
It keeps the skin tight. And none of us are getting any younger.
If you forget to come back for Madame Zeroni, you and your family will be cursed for always and eternal.
I don't know why it should upset her. I was telling her the truth.
An embarrassing moment for Mrs. Johnson. Do you have any regrets about that?
No, I don't have any regrets about it at all. Why should I be upset by the fact that she was embarrassed? That's her problem.
She said the wrong thing to the wrong woman at the wrong time, and it cost Eartha Kitt everything.
For everyone, equal education for all. And why is it that our schools are so dilapidated and our educational system so much at fault?
What could a sultry entertainer possibly say at a ladies' luncheon that would make the U.S. government declare war on her career? Eartha Kitt found out the hard way and paid the ultimate price for speaking her mind.
Well, I wasn't working as prevalently as I used to in America because of the incident with President Johnson.
From Santa Baby to Catwoman, her life story reads like the ultimate Hollywood script, except every shocking moment actually happened.
Santa baby, and hurry down the chimney tonight.
January 17th, 1927, deep in the suffocating heat of a South Carolina cotton plantation, a baby was born who would grow up to set the world on fire.
Well, being born on a cotton plantation in the South, and being poor in that way, no, it was not very easy because I remember times when we didn't have anything to eat.
Eartha Mae Keith arrived as living, breathing evidence of the South's dirtiest secret, forbidden love across color lines. Her mother, Annie Mae Keith, was African American. Her father, a white man whose identity would haunt Kitt like a ghost for 8 decades.
My father was supposedly a Caucasian, and my parents are Cherokee Indians. My mother was half black and all of this, and therefore my blood is of yours and of anybody's, and therefore I've always thought of myself as this.
The plantation owner's wife reportedly took one look at the honey-skinned infant and sneered, "That child doesn't belong here." At 8 years old, her mother sent her away to Harlem with nothing but a cardboard suitcase and a shattered heart. Decades later, Kitt would reveal the trauma. "I was given away like a puppy that someone didn't want anymore."
I think that even though I have tried to explain within myself as to why she gave me away, it's still very difficult for me to accept it.
But rejection became rocket fuel. Working 3 jobs through high school, Kitt discovered her gift, a voice that could seduce in French, purr in English, and roar defiance in any language.
If you go away, if you go away.
Her golden ticket arrived in 1950 with an audition that reads like pure Hollywood fiction. The legendary Katherine Dunham Dance Company was recruiting, and this scrappy girl from nowhere walked in with little more than audacity.
To have an audition for Katherine Dunham because I had seen Lena Horne and Katherine Dunham, and I think they were both in stormy weather.
She walked out with a contract to tour Europe. Overnight, the unwanted child became an international artist, waltzing through Parisian salons, sipping champagne with diplomats, and soaking up sophistication like expensive perfume.
I chew my fingers to the bone, where is my mind?
Every stage, every city polished her edges into something sharper, more dangerous. Not just a singer, but a presence.
So hurry down the chimney tonight.
By 1955, she wasn't merely performing, she was commanding. On The Ed Sullivan Show, she owned the stage with the confidence of inherited royalty. Her performance of C.C. Bond wasn't just music, it was a declaration of war against anyone who had ever dared to underestimate her. America watched, stunned, as this woman who had once been cast aside now claimed the spotlight as though it had always been hers. But Eartha Kitt's true genius wasn't confined to vocal fireworks. It was her ability to shapeshift before your very eyes. In I Want to Be Evil, fans saw the alchemy in real time. She began with the innocence of a kitten, all coy smiles and sweetness, only to unravel into a sultry huntress, cataloging her wicked desires with feline precision. Butter wouldn't melt in her mouth one moment, and the next, she was devouring the stage whole. This wasn't entertainment. It was hypnosis with a heartbeat, seduction sharpened into art.
I wanna be bad, I wanna be evil.
Success made her a target, and being an outspoken black woman in 1960s America made her a marked woman. The FBI was already keeping tabs on her subversive activities, supporting civil rights, refusing segregated venues, dating white men in broad daylight. But nothing could have prepared anyone for what happened on January 18, 1968. The setup seemed innocent enough. 50 prominent women were invited to a White House luncheon with Lady Bird Johnson. The topic: beautifying America and tackling urban crime.
Because of what I had been doing, it got to Mrs. Johnson, and that's how I was invited there, not to sing songs, but to give my opinions about the problems among the young people, particularly in America.
Most guests expected finger sandwiches and photo ops. Instead, they witnessed political theater that would echo through history. Here's the scene: crystal chandeliers, china teacups, and polite chatter about gardening projects. Then the conversation shifted to youth rebellion, and Lady Bird Johnson made the fatal mistake of asking why young people were so angry. That's when Eartha Kitt rose from her chair like a queen, addressing peasants.
Delinquency across the United States, which we're all interested in, and naturally that's why we're here today. But what do we do about delinquent parents? The parents who have to go to work, for instance, who can't spend the time with their children that they should. This I think, is our main problem.
You send the best of this country off to be shot and maimed, Kitt declared, her voice cutting through the genteel atmosphere like a blade. No wonder the kids rebel in the streets. They don't want to go to school because they're going to be snatched from their mothers to be shot in Vietnam. The room went nuclear. Lady Bird Johnson burst into tears. Secret Service agents shifted nervously, but Kitt doubled down, demolishing the superficiality of discussing beautification while American boys died in Vietnam. Within hours, she transformed from beloved entertainer to public enemy number one.
Is that 2 hours after the luncheon, President Johnson picked up the telephone and called across the nation networks and said, "I do not want to see that woman on the air."
The government's revenge was swift, surgical, and absolutely devastating. The CIA didn't just expand her file, they launched a full-scale investigation.
According to my dossier that was given to me, not the whole thing, it was just a smidgen. It said that I was on the CIA list in the United States of America.
The FBI treated her like a national security threat, but the real torture was psychological. Mysterious phone calls to nightclub owners, hushed conversations with television producers, subtle pressure campaigns that made booking Eartha Kitt suddenly problematic. Here's the kicker. This wasn't Kitt's first rodeo with controversy. Her torrid affair with Revlon Cosmetics heir Charles Revson had already scandalized high society. Picture it, a black woman openly romancing a white billionaire in the 1950s, flaunting their relationship at exclusive restaurants and Broadway premieres. The tabloids couldn't get enough, and neither could the FBI surveillance teams.
Nothing in the world more beautiful than falling in love, but falling in love for the right reason.
The blacklisting wasn't just a career assassination. It was character annihilation designed to break her soul. While her career burned, Kitt's personal life imploded. Her 1960 marriage to white real estate mogul William McDonald had required enormous courage from both families. Their daughter, Kitt McDonald, represented everything Eartha had never experienced: unconditional love and security. But exile crushed her marriage.
He was afraid that his stockholders would pull out if they knew about me, so that was the end of that relationship.
But constant government surveillance, financial freefall, and career humiliation destroyed everything, including their marriage. By the early 1970s, she was a single mother rebuilding her life one European cabaret at a time. "I know what it feels like to be unwanted," Kitt revealed, "and I swore my daughter would never experience that rejection." The irony was crushing. America had abandoned her just like her mother had. During her wilderness years, Kitt performed anywhere that would have her, while secretly juggling rumored affairs with everyone from Sammy Davis Jr. to Orson Welles.
And the men that did have real love and affection for me were the ones that never touched me. That was Orson Welles, Ruby Rosa.
The woman America tried to silence was living loud and loving louder. As the villainous Isma, Kitt proved that age had only sharpened her claws. Children who knew nothing about her political controversies fell head over heels for her theatrical wickedness. She was introducing herself to new fans who would never know the cost of her courage.
This act of highest treason has but one punishment: death! Guards! Take him away!
But the most delicious role was yet to come. When Batman producers needed a replacement Catwoman in 1967, ironically, around the same time as her White House confrontation, they found their perfect predator in Eartha Kitt.
No best-dressed list is complete without the addition of the Queen of Criminal. Yours untruly.
Watch her stalk through those scenes. This wasn't acting, this was autobiography. Who better to play a cat burglar than a woman who had been prowling stages like a panther for decades?
When no one was looking. Oh, I glow at the thought of that garment.
When she died, Kitt's estate was valued at $4 million. Modest by today's celebrity standards, but remarkable considering she spent nearly a decade blacklisted. More importantly, she had rewritten her own ending. The woman once deemed too dangerous for American stages was eventually honored with Hollywood Walk of Fame stars and recognized as a pioneering artist who refused to be muzzled. Her final film role felt like destiny. The mystical Madame Zeroni in Holes, delivering consequences to those who break their promises.
If you forget to come back for Madame Zeroni, you and your family will be cursed for always and eternity.
Perfect casting for a woman who spent her lifetime proving that courage has a price, but cowardice costs even more. The woman once deemed too dangerous for American stages was eventually honored with Hollywood Walk of Fame stars and recognized as a pioneering artist who refused to be muzzled.